Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. In our oh-so-busy lives, it's hard to remember everything. Well, a client today provided an example. Here's the essence of what he's a psychotherapist, said. Would you believe I forgot a session today? I told myself 3 times that I had a mid-afternoon client, and then I got distracted and I forgot. My client emailed me 15 minutes after the session was supposed to start, but it had been an hour since I had looked at my email. Forgetting a session was unusual, but I'm often finding myself being forgetful. For example, that point I wanted to make in a presentation, that broken gate latch I needed to fix, that item on my shopping list that I forgot even though I had brought a list. And yes, the stereotypical, where are my keys? I asked her my typical question, which is designed to have solutions come from the client. I asked him, what has and hasn't worked for you, and what do you think you should try? But after that, he asked if I had suggestions, and here is the buffet I offered him. First, a series of things that you could write. Avoid having an overwhelming to-do list by asking yourself, should I just do it now rather than put it on my to-do list? If it's just a few-minute task, it's often better to just do it. So not only does that keep your to-do list from getting too long, you get the thing done with no chance of forgetting. And if some other person is involved, for example, someone who sent you an email that requires a response, if you responded promptly, the person is likely grateful and feels appreciated. Now, specifically to what you're actually going to be writing. Throughout the day, do check your digital or paper calendar for your time-sensitive appointments, like your client sessions. For the time-flexible to-dos, use that calendar or a memo cube as like a 3x3 pad of paper that you'd keep on your desk. Of course, take notes during or right after client sessions and review them right before the next session. If you need to, keep a few-word cheat sheet in front of you during the sessions. For your presentations, don't let fear of forgetting make you script or worse, read your presentation. Just have a cheat sheet on an index card with a word for each point, each example, each statistic, each anecdote, in order, of course, chronologically. Use a checklist. That's helpful when something's complicated, especially something you do regularly. For example, what you do when a new client books his or her first appointment. You might even put your morning and evening routine. Indeed, surgeon Atul Gawande, the author of the Checklist Manifesto, uses a checklist for each surgery and recommends the use of checklists more broadly. If it's an anomalous event, like, say, a Saturday client when you normally don't see clients on Saturday, put a Post-it note on your computer screen, on your bathroom mirror, or some other place that you often pass, for example, the kitchen counter. Check your email and text sent folder to see if there's something you've forgotten to do. If you'll be recounting your day to someone at the end of the day, you might keep a running list of the things you'd like to report on or discuss. If necessary, before the end of the day, jog your memory by reviewing your emails and texts sent folder. If you're going shopping, of course keep a list. To ensure you remember to get everything, get in the habit of checking your shopping list right before you get into the checkout line. If you're going to the store for just a few items, too few for a list, chunk the items. For example, if you need broccoli, rice, crackers, fruit, and cheddar, you might think broccoli with melted cheese, rice crackers for the carbs, and fruit for dessert. When you're on the go, keep a memo pad or a flip note, which is a small memo pad that won't close unless you put the attached pen to it. That way you don't lose your pen. Keep that next to your wallet so you remember to take it with you all the time. You might keep a spare one in your car. Here are a couple of tips for speaking as a tool for remembering. If there's something you might otherwise forget, it might help to say it aloud, 3 times maybe, with expression. If you have trouble remembering someone's name, repeat it aloud. For example, when first meeting someone and the person says, "Hi, I'm Mary," say, "Mary, nice to meet you." If the person isn't there, but you want to remember the name, say it aloud 3 times and maybe make an association. For example, if Mary is argumentative, you might think, "Mary quite contrary." If someone's last name is Smith and he's swarthy, you might think Smith the blacksmith. A word about alarms. Consider setting an alarm for time-sensitive issues that you're at risk of forgetting. You might use your phone's alarm feature or a kitchen timer to remind you. And finally, habituating. To always find your keys or whatever, ritualize it. Get in the habit of always putting your keys in the same place and doing that immediately. For example, as soon as you return home from a drive, put your keys and wallet and so on in that same desired place. And finally, one more thing. Forgive yourself. We all forget things. And yeah, as we get older, we may forget more often. But these tips should be able to help you remember often enough. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.